Today, we are going to get into something that has been driving me insane for a while now, and that is home ownership. I love it, I hate it, it's a love-hate relationship. So is home ownership a scam? Because it kind of feels like a money pit at this point. Listen, I love my house, I love the interior design we've done. I'm gonna show you all the updates, and I'm also gonna tell you exactly how much we have spent so far since we moved in on January 15th. By the way, the reason I'm revealing these numbers is not to like flex or be like, look at this, look at how much I spent. If anything, I don't want to spend this. I really just want to give all of you an insight as to how much it can really cost if you want to buy a house and renovate it and transform a space into something beautiful so that you can prepare in the future, because I wish someone had told me how much things can really cost. We're gonna start this tour where the magic happens, in the bedroom. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. It's pretty much done. We still have to do some minor things. One of the standout things is, of course, we have that terracotta color scheme. And I think it's just so beautiful and cozy in this room. This is something that Sonia helped us put together, is like how to make a bedroom space feel really warm, and terracotta does that. The whole concept of dualistic is easy interior design at every type of budget. So even if you have a rental space, she'll help you design a beautiful room, incorporating your current furniture and adding new touches. Listen, I love her. I used her for my New York City apartment, so you can save 15% using code SARAH15. To really elevate the whole space, we painted the walls terracotta. We did this using a special technique called lime wash. So if you look at the walls here, you'll notice you can see the brush strokes. There's a special type of paint. I think the brand we used was called Portola, and I had to get that shipped from California to do it, but it makes it almost look like stone and clay. And because terracotta is like a stone, right? So we wanted to have like the rustic feel in here with the wood paneling on the walls and that beautiful terracotta bedspread here. This is actually a Brooklinen, and I adore Brooklyn. They have the softest, most luxurious sheets. Absolutely gorgeous. So we got this as part of their bedding bundle. And so it came with the duvet, the sheets, the pillow covers, and everything. And that it allows you to save like 20% essentially. It's like the best night's sleep I've ever gotten. Just every time I'm not in my own bed, I'm like, oh, the sheets aren't as good as the Brooklinen ones. Like, they're so soft and cozy. And they come in a ton of different colors. So we obviously had to go for the terracotta, and then I went for a cream on the base here. And one of the things I learned being married to someone that is always hot and I'm always cold is this linen material is like a really good option if you have a similar problem that I do, because linen is moisture wicking and also is good for cold weather and warm weather. It's breathable, yet it keeps you cozy at night. It's like the perfect combination. So I reached out to Brooklyn, you guys, and if you want to get a bedding bundle, listen, we're all trying to save money in this world. Use code FUNKY and you will save $20 off your first order over $100. Check that out, because this will change your life right here. And then on either side of the bed, we have the nightstands, which are from Yida, and Yida has a really good value for the quality furniture, so that's why I went with them. These are rattan nightstands. So one of the cool things about this is if you are always looking for plugs, looking for a place to charge your phone, things like that, these ones actually have 2 outlets on the back and 2 USB ports. So that's super convenient because I'm always on my phone and like working with all the different things that I'm doing in life. I love how this integrates a mid-century modern style and also the more bohemian style with these Yida nightstands. And I'm so obsessed with this reading nook that Sonia designed. I could have never designed something this chic. It just looks, it brings it all together. It looks modern, yet a little rustic with that bohemian style. And we got these 2 pieces from Ernest, which has modern yet minimalistic design, a lot of mid-century modern style furniture they have, and that's specifically what we were looking for here, because we didn't want this to feel too bohemian as a whole. We wanted it to feel a little bit of a mix. This is their mid-century modern wool fabric upholstery chair. You got wool here, solid wood here. It just feels so luxurious, so soft and really comfy. This is their mid-century grid style table. This table is really fun because first off, obviously it's convenient because you're gonna have to put your coffee down, but it also doubles as storage. Who doesn't need more storage? I mean, it's so efficient, and it has wheels, so it's really easy to move if you need to move it. I love the texture details on the side of it with that natural walnut color. It just brings the whole space together so beautifully. And then these pieces here we got from Amazon, bringing in that bohemian style, matching it with that mid-century modern to have a nice mix of everything. And then of course, adding plants to a room really just brings it all to life. That's what I've learned from Sonia, the interior designer. A lot of our plants aren't real, I'm not gonna lie, because the thing is we travel a lot and I just don't wanna have to worry about another responsibility. This is a banana leaf tree from Amazon. Cool hanging shelves.
I saw a lemon tree in the kitchen that was real.
You thought it was real?
Yeah, because I touched it.
Yeah, that was from Home Goods. Love that one. This room has been the least expensive room because we essentially, a lot of like the visuals you see, like the walls, Louis did it. So we saved money on that because we were trying to find ways to save money. Like obviously I can't make a chair. We can't do that, but we can learn how to lime wash a wall. We can staple wood on the wall. And so the total amount for this room came to $2,227. I know, could be because we don't have curtains yet. That could be it. So we need to order some curtains from 2 Pages for this room too. That's the main thing that this room still needs. Buying a house today is really expensive, and the houses that are on the market that aren't expensive require a lot of work. And so our theory was, if we buy a house and put some work into it, then we're getting a good deal. But you'll see by the end of this video, when I reveal the total amount we've spent in the last 4 months just on renovations and interior design, it may not actually be a good deal, because when you buy a fixer-upper, you end up spending all that money that you saved on a house that doesn't need fixer-upper stuff in like fixing it, even though we have a guy for everything thanks to Louis, which really helps the situation. So this is our living room. It looks a little different than last time. We've done a lot of changes here. My friend Sonia, who runs Dwellistic, it's an interior design firm, helped us kind of bring it to life. And the biggest changes we have here is definitely adding decor to the wall. These are our new mixed tiles artwork. I love them because they're all family moments. And then we lit them up with these beautiful little lights here. It just adds to the ambiance of the whole space. And the terracotta really pulls from these terracotta pillows that we placed here. And one of the concerns that we had was there's so much white in here, and having a toddler, it was like kind of scary all the time. Like she could never eat or drink anything on the couch while she's watching a movie. So we came up with this amazing solution, you guys. Louis' uncle made this. That helped us save us money, I'm not gonna lie. And then we ordered these lovely little stools to go underneath it. This is from Target, and I think they're so cute. So now, when Bella is watching TV, we can just move this out of the way. She can sit here, she can watch TV and eat right here, and we don't have to be concerned about her getting stuff on the white, furniture. Except when she throws it over, which is always a fun find. We have a carpet cleaner, fabric cleaner, so that comes out a lot. And then also I sprayed all the fabrics with a stain resistant thing, and that helps a lot too. But you know what we did save money on? This was exciting. See this coffee table right here? Bought this bad boy from Amazon, loved it, cost a pretty penny. And then the sides cracked like within a week. So I asked them to send another one and I'll send it back. They did that, and then the sides cracked again. So they just refunded me the full amount. And I'm keeping it here, because you know what? Now it's free. And there's storage in here, which is really great. You can slide open this thing. You see that? And that's where I hide like all of Bella's kid blankets. Like this is like a Monsters Inc. blanket right here, because that color does not work with our terracotta theme, as you see. I don't know, or maybe you don't see because I'm blending into the wall again.
When it comes in, there's terracotta t-shirts you gotta put on.
Yeah, exactly. It's a terracotta vibe in this household. Apparently I'm really into terracotta. That's what I've learned throughout this home ownership process. The thing about curtains that I've learned is curtains can be extremely expensive. And if you want the curtains to look nice, you have to get them custom made. So most curtains that you see in like these high-end homes, they're almost all custom made. And that's when I went to 2 Pages 2 Pages makes customized curtains at a reasonable price. They're one of the only brands out there that do this, and it's an amazing thing. Because we were looking for something very specific in the home, it was very nice to have 2 Pages options because they have 28 collections and 543 different fabrics to choose from. So we were able to choose different samples and actually select the ones that we thought were perfect. And we wanted something more on the simple side. They're just so soft and they're completely washable, which is another benefit of having a kid. Plus, they're made by professional tailors, so you can feel the quality. And when you see like a good quality curtain in a home, it just elevates the whole space. We have reached a point where I reveal the full cost of the room. Things add up. You don't realize it over time. You're like, oh, I need this. Oh, I need this. Like, it just adds up. Lucas, what do you think this room costs to do the interior design?
I want to say 3,000. Is that correct?
No, I wish.
Wait, above or
Above.
5,000?
Above.
Alright. So I don't want to guess anymore.
Dude, I know. I'm smiling for the camera, but like just know that I'm crying inside. Like that's how I feel. The total cost to do all the interior design elements for this room was $8,217.
On a happy note,
Yes,
some people buy watches that are $8,000, so could be worse.
I guess. We got more things.
Can't live in a watch.
You can't live in a watch. So just before everyone is like, I can't believe you spent that much, let me explain something. We moved from a 1,000 square foot New York City apartment into a 6,700 square foot home. So we had nothing. So we had to buy everything. It's been so expensive in these first 3 months, just buying so much stuff. And I'm hoping that over time, it feels worth it because right now when I look at these numbers, I'm just like, oh my God. This is multiple months rent for people. And it's this doesn't even include mortgage or anything. But with that said, am I happy with how it looks? Yes, I freaking love it. And this will be like this forever until Bella spills red wine on the couch.
When she throws that house party.
When she throws that secret house party when we're away. And I'm so happy with how it looks. And I'm just looking forward to not spending any more money in this room. The dining room, what we've done, we added a nice color to this. I love this beautiful green paint. This is all Sherwin-Williams. Sherwin-Williams has some of the best paint. That's what I learned on the internet. So I just went with that. Plus my dad's been using them for years, so he told me you should use them. Main feature of this room, definitely this beautiful dining table. This was made by Louis' uncle, which helped us save a lot of money because farmhouse style tables are so expensive. He made the table and he made the bench, but he didn't make these chairs. These chairs we ordered from Amazon and it was a pretty reasonable price. So I was pretty happy with that because if you look around, chairs are very expensive. Another big thing here is we added artwork, but this was so DIY. I cannot emphasize that enough because after spending almost $700 for the mixed tiles frames, I was like, yeah, we're on a budget for this one. So essentially I already had these frames and I spray painted them black. You can definitely tell it does not look great. Don't get too close to it, let's just say that. And then I just bought these little patterns off Etsy. You got the whole set for 40 bucks.
Honestly, I feel you could just printed it yourself in Staples.
I did.
Oh.
That's exactly what I did. Also, we have this lighting here that beautifully lights it. This is another idea that Sonia had just to make it more elevated, and it's really a simple way to elevate frames. This didn't cost that much and it makes the whole thing look really elevated. And then of course, we also added our beautiful 2 Pages curtains to this. Since we have curtains on either side, we did that on both sides of it. And these are the same exact fabric that we used in the living room. Feels really super high end, totally washable. I mean, hopefully nothing splattered from here to here, but who knows? I mean, this is the dining room, so anything's possible. Because we have these hideous radiators, drapes, normally you want them to go to the floor. If you don't have radiators, get your drapes to go to the floor because then it will look so much nicer and more luxurious, but we can't do that because of these ugly radiators. So we had to have them made so they were exactly above the radiators, about 6 inches, and that's really what you're looking for because you don't want them to catch on fire. That would be really bad all around. When we get to the end of the video, I'm going to reveal the renovations across the whole house and how much those have cost. And that number is astronomical, and you will understand why we are trying to hide these windows with the beautiful 2-pages curtains instead of swapping them out right now. That's a project for later. Lucas, what's your guess?
I'm guessing you didn't talk that much, so 1,000.
No. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So it's 3,518. A lot of things are custom, like custom curtains. This wood for this table is a special, just the wood was $900. And then of course we have the freaking rug from Ruggable, which is washable, so that was $700.
Maybe you should have screenshotted. Save that $40.
I know, right? But like in the end, I am happy with how this room looks. The one thing I think we may add is we may paint all the walls this beautiful green color. I think that will really make the gorgeous 2-pages curtains pop more.
Surprised you didn't say terracotta.
And just make it all terracotta. All right, let's move into the sunroom. Going through the dining room, you enter the kitchen, which we actually have not had to touch any of it. And that was one of the reasons why we bought the house, was because we didn't have to update anything in the kitchen. As you know, or maybe you don't know, kitchens can cost like $100,000 to renovate, and we did not want to add that to the cost. The sunroom, we did a lot with the sunroom. We painted the walls, we refinished the floors, which by the way, refinishing all of the wood floors in the house cost, I think it was $3,000 to do that. And it brings up the value of your house tremendously. And Sonia helped us design this room as well. We wanted to have it really airy, really beautiful. And now that, you know, we have summer coming, you see all that green, which is accented by the green pillows and the whites. It's just like very airy. I love the giant farmhouse chandelier in the center. And now there's all these flowers blooming, so you get the flowers from the outside. And I just love it. This is normally the room that we spend the most time in because it's near the kitchen. But the thing that you don't want to see is like the outside, because we're doing a ton of updates right now. That's a whole other expense that just traumatizes me day in and day out. Because Bella's around, you need to be able to hide toys places. So we hide her toys there. And we also have little areas in every room where we can hide her stuff so that the space looks elegant, yet is also kid-friendly. This is a Ruggable rug as well. So let's get to it. How much was this room? Are you ready?
I'm gonna start higher. I'm gonna say 5,000.
It's lower.
Oh.
I know, isn't that surprising?
But probably not lower by a lot. Probably like 4,000.
Yeah, you're pretty much right. This room cost $3,917. And that's pretty much because of all the furniture. Got this beautiful couch right here from Noah. I just love how it seamlessly integrates into the design with the white. It's also low to the ground, adding more of a modern feel. And this was probably one of the most expensive pieces in the room. A couch is always gonna be the most expensive, I think. This is a fun fact. It's like a trampoline. Bella just runs all day on this thing, just loves it. Okay, so far, this is the lower level of the house. What have we spent so far on interior design elements? $15,652 between the 3 rooms. And that didn't even include the fixing the chimney, which we had to do in the living room, by the way. We have that beautiful roaring fire. Well, when we moved into the house, we learned that they had tried to convert it to a gas chimney, but they didn't do it correctly, and they hadn't cleaned it in like 20 years. So we had to have the chimney guy come and fix it, and that cost $1,900. Plus, refinishing all the floors in these rooms was $3,000. And then of course, our water was contaminated in the kitchen, and that cost $1,900 as well. So I thought that we could use Brita, but because we have well water, there's like a mineral that doesn't get filtered out or something with that. And also just like imagine having to use, like how many Britas are you gonna have to have all the time? It's just, I forgot about this one. There was also no lights anywhere on the ceilings. And so to install this, you know, beautiful farmhouse chandelier and the chandelier hanging above the dining area, we had to have an electrician come in to install all of these things and all of the light throughout the entire house. And that was $10,000. So those are other costs that you don't see, in addition to having to pay professional cleaners $400 to clean the entire house prior to us moving in, because when we moved in, it was just very poorly cleaned, and we didn't want to bring a toddler into that type of environment. Oh hey, welcome to Bella's room. This room looked like a mess before. It was just like, it had a really intense blue colored paint, no light, dark wood on the floors, and we fixed all that up. We refinished the floors, added lights, and my favorite thing is what we did with the walls. Oh my gosh, this beautiful wallpaper that I got from Happy Wall. Wallpaper just adds a whole nother element that paint can't add. This wallpaper goes from dark blue to pink, and then Sonia had an amazing idea to extend that pink onto the ceiling. So where the pink color ends in the wallpaper, we did a direct match through Sherwin-Williams and found a paint color that's exactly the same tone so that it looks like it's all cohesive in one piece.
So why aren't the floors blue?
So we great question. So instead of, having the floors blue, we got this blue rug that continues, it's like the exact same color blue, more or less, as this. Sonia did a direct color match of a chair, took like a dropper, and then searched the color code, and we found this chair. So this chair blends in too. I'm just so pleased with how this all came out. I'm obsessed with it. And it was pretty simple to install. I do recommend having a professional install wallpaper though. It's a learning process. There's two types that Happy Wall will provide you with. So you can either do the sticker option where you just literally stick it onto the wall, or there's one where you have to put a glue down. You can choose either one. The glue one is gonna be the cheaper option. The sticker one is gonna be about it varies for the wallpaper. They have thousands of different types of wallpaper for all different rooms. I wanna do more wallpaper in our office once we get to it. I just love it. I think it adds so much character. And then her bed, we can't not talk about this gorgeous canopy. This was actually made by a designer on Etsy. And I think it's so cute because she's like very much in a princess stage right now. So she calls this her princess bed. To like match the color of the wallpaper, Sonia did a dropper again and found the color code of the top and then matched the canopy to that. So the canopy is actually the same color as the top of the wallpaper. So it kind of is like a sunset. You're living in a sunset. Kind of like the style we went for. And then we have this beautiful chandelier right here. It's feathers, but it looks like a cloud. And then we did these cloud shelves, and we got this really cool bookshelf. This is actually a Martha Stewart bookshelf. I wanted like a bookshelf with character, and I wanted something that wouldn't completely block out the wall either. So we wanted to make sure the back of the bookshelf was open so that you could still see the wallpaper through it. It just helps her stuff look organized, because if you have kids, you know that they have stuff everywhere. So a lot of the strategy we used here is to just like hide things in various places. So we have this magazine rack here for books, then we have her toys in this toy chest, and we moved it here. And then you have storage in there. This came from Amazon. It's like a little activity station, so everything can be hidden in there. These actually were in my nursery when I was a kid, and my dad brought them back for me. They're old fairy tales. So we just spray painted the frames so they were this beautiful gold color that matches the gold Bella sticker that I also got from Etsy here to bring in the space all together. And that's Bella's room. So how much do you think it costs, Lucas?
I'm gonna say 5,000.
You're close. No, it's less than 5,000. Pretty much, it was $3,800. There's a way to do this cheaper for sure, but look how cute it looks. Come on. And this is our guest bedroom, and nothing has changed since the first video I posted. This is literally our New York City apartment. Like, we literally took our bedroom from a New York City apartment and put it here. So we've invested nothing into this, which has been amazing.
I'll decorate it since I'll be over here a lot.
Yeah, you don't want to look at pictures of me and Louis kissing?
Yeah, I have my guardian, when I sleep here, my guardian angel.
We have like all these personal couple pictures here because it matched like the aesthetic of the original room, but like it works so well in this room, and now like all the guests have to stare awkwardly at all these couple shots of Louis and I. Oh well, listen, we have other priorities right now. I'm sorry, this freaking house needs so much work still. There's some extra costs that I haven't mentioned that I need to include because they are relevant here. The office, I didn't show you today because we still have not finished it, but there was mold In the office, yes. So we had to hire a mold company to come and clean that out. That cost $1,950, which was a fun find. The people that owned this house before us didn't clean the air vents for about 20 years. So we had to come and get a professional to clean those. That cost $650, which was actually...
That's pretty cheap.
I know, right? There was one other thing that cost an astronomical amount. So when we first saw this house, we thought the roof could, we could wait like 2 years. And we learned that the roof, it would have fallen in. So we had to replace the entire roof on a 6,700 square foot house. And because we wanted to do skylights in the office, eventually, it made more sense just to do that while they replaced the roof to reduce future costs. Lucas, do you have a guess on how much the roof cost?
10,000?
That's hilarious. No, it was $38,000. That's right, $38,000.
5 figures?
Correct.
Like the cost of a car.
Yes, like the cost of many people's entire year of rent.
You could have just had a convertible house.
I could have just lived in my New York City apartment. But you know what, if you think about it, it's this is where I struggle, right? Is it worth it to buy? Right now, it doesn't feel like it's worth it to buy, but I know that long term, it makes more sense because long term, in theory, right? I'm not gonna have to buy any of the things I talked about today for a long time. Roofs normally last at least 20 years. They say 50, this one has a 50-year guarantee. So I'm thinking, by the time this thing needs to be replaced, I'll probably die. I'll probably be dead. So I won't have to think about that again. So if you allocate the cost of a $38,000 roof across 50 years, then it's okay, it's not that bad, but we had to buy that eventually, we had to buy that right away. If you look at those costs and the cost of everything else I talked about in this video, the overall total that we have spent on renovations and interior design of this house has been $78,578.
That's a salary.
I know, I'm not happy about this, but I'm also we did this the cheapest way possible. We really did. When I could, I would get stuff on Facebook Marketplace. When we had to fix things, we would have Louie do it. We would reach out to people. We would, do trade deals. And still, we had to spend $78,000. We haven't even done the freaking part of the house that's a mess yet. We haven't even finished the pool. The pool deck is currently being worked on because it was about to collapse. That's gonna be $8,000. That's not even included in the $78,000.
My question is, you did Facebook Marketplace, dude? You have to meet up with people in parking lots?
Yeah, I got this couch. So this white couch we got from Facebook Marketplace for $2,500. A couch this size, because we needed something to fill the room, would normally be $5 grand. So in summary, it's expensive buying a house. So if you're in the market, just keep these things in mind. If you're looking at a fixer-upper and you have, cash on hand after the purchase price, that's great. What you don't want to be in a situation is where you had to put all the money you had saved down and now you can't fix the house, because you're going to encounter a lot of things that you didn't expect that you're going to encounter, and you're going to need to pay for those immediately. We had no choice but to fix the roof immediately, $38,000. We had no choice but to clean the water immediately. That was $1,900. We had no choice but to clean the mold immediately, $1,900. Those are all immediate. This is necessary for the safety of us and our family. Buying a house, it comes with a lot of surprises. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, if you think renting is better than buying. And that's my life update for you guys right now. We'll be doing some more work on this house until we run out of money. God.
So like and subscribe.
So like and subscribe so I can get ad revenue. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Hopefully with more updates that didn't cost as much. Bye.